So I just want to go over four things that you guys have probably heard before, but I just want to reiterate them, give you those four things, and then I'll also give you three things that Coach T does on a consistent basis to stay on top of my own health and wellness, and also to keep my own LBs in check. So the first thing that you want to do, and like I said, you guys have probably heard this before, but it doesn't hurt to reiterate it, right? Say it and say it and say it until it becomes second nature for people. But first of all, let me introduce myself, because I might have some people that are listening and don't know who Coach T is. I am Trennis Mosley, also known as Coach T of Royalty Fitness, and I help females 40 plus who are looking to improve their health, meaning that they're working on those chronic illnesses and they want to lower their blood pressure, they want to lower their A1C numbers, lower their high cholesterol numbers. So women that are in that area of their life that they would like to do that, and also in the process of doing that, they will definitely lose weight with simple lifestyle changes, because we don't believe in diets here at Royalty Fitness. So that's who I am. That's what I do. And now let's get to it. So, four things that you can do to help improve your own health is drink water. I know you've heard this before, that, everybody's always talking about drink water, Coach T, drink water. But the reason that you want to increase your water intake, if you're able to, because some people have medical issues that might hinder how much water they can take in, but you can also take in more vegetables and more fruit that are water based in order to help you with that. So you want to drink water, because drinking more water gives you more energy, believe it or not. You're tired at the end of the day, or you're tired in the middle of the day, go and drink some water, and it'll definitely help you with more energy for the rest of the remainder of the day. You also want to drink water because it helps with overeating. I've said this before. When your body is thirsty and when your body is hungry, it's giving you the same signal. It doesn't give you a different signal when you're thirsty than it does from when you're hungry. So try drinking water first, because a lot of us are really dehydrated. We're not really hungry, but we're using food thinking that we're hungry, but really we're thirsty. So go for the water first, and then wait about 20 minutes, and then go back. If you're still feeling those pains, you want to go back and then eat some food. Also, the more water that you have in your system, the easier it is to eliminate waste. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is that you want to get adequate amounts of sleep. This is another thing that affects our or derails our weight loss goals, is we don't get enough sleep, enough adequate, decent sleep. I know everybody's saying the whole thing about I'll sleep when I'm dead and I don't need that much sleep. No, you're telling yourself that you don't need that much sleep, but your body in reality does need that amount of sleep. It needs anywhere from 7 to 9 hours of sleep if possible. And you want to get good restful sleep, not broken sleep, because when we're sleep deprived, what do? We overeat when we're sleep deprived. You're hungry, you're tired, that ghrelin, that little ghrelin in your body has reared its ugly head, and it's going to cause you to overeat. The hungrier you are. Okay, the more sleep deprived you are, the hungrier you are, and the ghrelin is on the rise. That's how I wanted to say that. Okay. Also, it adds to your mental clarity when you get enough sleep. You can think clearer. Your mind is more at ease when you have, you've had enough sleep. So you don't have to worry about uh, things that you can't control. You can better manage your day when you've had adequate amounts of sleep. Um, Also, when you're sleeping, that's when your body does the repair and the recovery. If you work out a lot, even if you don't work out a lot, when you go to sleep and you go into that deep sleep, your body is actually repairing and recovering from things that were done that day. And this is the time that the body needs to reset. So always try to get a good night's sleep. Move. You want to move daily. That's number three. It doesn't have to be anything long and drawn out It doesn't have to be hours in the gym. It doesn't have to be hours outside. It could be as little as 10 to 15 minutes a day. But as long as you're getting in some type of movement, movement helps with blood flow. Blood flow helps with the body healing itself. So you definitely want to move, even if you were doing movements in the bed. You wake up early in the morning, you do some stretches for about 10 to 15 minutes. That's adequate. You can add that on top of whatever else you're doing. But if you're not doing anything, you have to start off doing something. Okay. So try to move your body daily. 10 to 15 to 30 minutes always works. Get outside and walk, do some gardening, just get some movement going. A lot of times, movement is going to help to ease the stiffness that a lot of us are suffering from as we're creeping up on that age calendar. Definitely move. And it also helps with any little pains and uneasiness that you have because you're being too stiff. You're sitting there for too long. Let's move, guys. It doesn't have to be anything big. All right. And number 4 is that the nutrition part, because we have to throw the nutrition in there, is that you want to limit your intake of salt, sugar, highly processed foods, fried foods, and a lot of carbs. So that was a lot to say in one sentence, right? But that's really what you want to concentrate on because, as I've said before, foods have changed over the years. Your body is changing over the years. So you have to find a balance where you can definitely still enjoy what you're eating, but you still have to learn how to eat within your parameters, eat within your goals. If you have a goal for something, you want to definitely work on that goal, but that definitely requires you to pull back on certain things. You have to have a limit on what you can do. You can't eat the same way that you ate when you were 22 years old. Your body is not the same. And as I said earlier, the food is not the same. You should also watch, you should not be eating carbs all day. It doesn't matter if it's good carbs, bad carbs, whatever it is. You should not be eating carbs all day. You should not be eating carbs for breakfast, eating carbs for lunch, eating carbs for dinner. You're carb overloaded. Then you wonder why you have a lot of stuff going on in your midsection. Stop eating all those carbs. That is definitely not necessary. Go for more protein to keep you full longer. That's where you want to go. That's the aim that you want to aim for. More protein and not as many carbs during the day. Try to find a balanced meal, some healthy fats, healthy snacks, but definitely the processed foods need to be little to none. The high salt and high sugar, definitely need to avoid that. And also those processed foods, guys. As I said before, you gotta limit your intake on a lot of stuff that you guys are eating. You don't always want to hear that. It's like, okay, well, I'm used to eating rice with every meal, or I'm used to having carbs. That's why we're in the predicament that we're in right now. That's why we can't seem to shake this weight. That's why we can't get our chronic illnesses under control until we make some changes. So those are things that you've heard before. Drink water, get adequate sleep, move daily, and also limit your intake of salt, sugar, processed foods, and a lot of carbs. So I also said that I was going to, and I'm not going to keep you guys long. I was going to give you some tips that I do for myself, for my own health, and to keep my own weight in check. Everybody already, you see me on social media exercising, you see me on social media running races and doing things like that. But there are some things that I do behind the scenes that you don't know of. So I'm gonna reveal those things to you right now. So number one, it's 3 things. I'm gonna go over what I eat, what I take, and what I do. So that's the 3 things that we're gonna go over. So it's Coach T, what I eat, what I take, and what I do. And then I'm gonna give you the reason why I do them. So number 1 is that what I eat. I try to eat as close to the earth as possible, meaning I try to stay within a nutritious diet if I can, but I go for things that come out of the ground, come off of a bush, or you can pick from a tree. Okay, so that's the way I always think about it. So that's where I go with that. I eat a lot of protein, try to have protein with every meal and sometimes with most snacks. I'm protein heavy because protein will keep you full longer. And also, I don't eat the whites. I don't eat white bread. I don't eat white rice. I don't eat white pasta. So those are staples in my life. So I mean, I will actually, I don't know the last time I've had like white bread because it's a quick sugar spike. It's a quick sugar spike and a hard crash. So I try to stay away from those, which I don't eat. Like I said, I go for the wheat. I eat wheat bread. I eat brown rice. I do wheat pasta every now and then. I'm just not a big pasta person, really. But if I have to go for pasta, that's the way I'm going if I'm the one preparing it. But usually when I do pasta, there's these veggie pastas that are out now. So, they can take veggies and make them out of anything. Like they have veggie rice or cauliflower rice. They have veggie pasta. So I usually try to go with the veggie pasta and stay away from the carbs. Also, that's what I eat. What I take. There are things that I take on a consistent, try to say that fast, things that I take on a consistent basis. The first thing that I take every day is magnesium. Man, that was like a game changer for me. I've always taken vitamins, I've always taken supplements, but nothing has done me more good in my body that I could tell like magnesium has done for me. Magnesium has given me more energy by working out so much, working out all the time. I was more than my regular tired. I was exhausted like every day. Like I did not, even though I would sleep 8 hours a night, I just could not get any energy the next day. Somebody recommended magnesium, one of my running buddies. I did a little research, asked my doctor about it, and definitely we put magnesium into the mix. And every day I can feel that I have renewed energy. So I definitely take magnesium every day. I also take chondroitin and glycosamine every day. People always say, do you have knee issues because you do a lot of running? Not only do I do a lot of running, I do a lot of jumping. When I'm in boot camp classes, a lot of, I jump rope a lot, like 2 to 3 times a week. I don't have any knee issues. And I asked my doctor about chondroitin glycosamine years ago. And he said, yeah, he said, it's not going to hurt you. He said, whatever your body doesn't use up, it'll just eliminate as waste. So definitely go for it. So I've been taking chondroitin and glycosamine for years. So I take that. Also, another thing that I take is vitamin D. I take vitamin D because me, not being a doctor, but just me, period, thinking that by me being outside so much over the years that I was getting enough vitamin D. Well, when the doctors ran the test, the doctor was saying I was vitamin D deficient. I was like, I could not believe that. Not why, not somebody that's always outside. No, vitamin D deficient. So that's a doctor recommended supplement that I must do is vitamin D. So I take my vitamin D. All right, strong bones, guys. Definitely got to do that. And 2 other things that I do, I also take ginger every day. I put it in my smoothies, and it helps to reduce pain, reduce swelling, and reduce bloating that you have in your midsection. So I do a shot of ginger, and I also do turmeric. I've been doing turmeric for years. I put that in my shakes also, and turmeric helps fight inflammation. So I definitely do that, and that also helps to ease pain because I work out so much. And when you work out that much, you're in the gym, you're building muscles, you're also tearing down the muscles, which causes you to have inflammation in your body. So I definitely do a little shot of ginger, a little shot of turmeric in my protein smoothie every morning. And those things help, I think, to keep me healthy and keep me going, keep these joints together, keep these ligaments moving, keeping everything moving like it's supposed to, in spite of what I do to it on a daily basis. Okay. And so that is what I eat, what I take, and now what I do. You see me running, you see me at the gym, not as much. I don't think I post those videos anymore, but I'm still in there. Okay. So something that I do on a regular is I do yoga. I do yoga on the regular because yoga helps with my stretching and my flexibility. As you get older, you definitely want to maintain those parts of the body where you are stretching out your muscles, you're stretching your back, you're stretching your legs. You definitely want to stay with that flexibility and that stretching. It definitely helps as you get older. And because I do so many things that are compounding my muscles, like strength training and jumping and things like that, I need that opposite. I need to stretch everything out that I've worked in the gym. I do that on a regular basis. I also go to a chiropractor probably once a month. Probably once a month. It's like every time I feel something, like I've been suffering with a lot of neck and shoulder pain for the past like week or so. And as soon as I got to the chiropractor, he was like, "You've been doing a lot of push-ups, huh?" Because the retraction, he could tell when when you do this with push-ups, that's where all the tightness was in my neck. So I definitely go to the chiropractor on a regular to get adjustments, also because I run on the streets, and that's a lot of pounding on the pavement, pounding on the concrete, and he definitely has to adjust and align my hips and my back. So I stay at the chiropractor at least once a month for something. Something is always nagging, and so I'm always at the chiropractor. Also, what I get is that I get a lot of deep tissue massages, especially for my back, my upper back, my lower back, my mid back. They definitely get that blood flow in those areas, and blood flow helps with the healing process. If anything might be going wrong, I try to stay on top of it immediately by going get my adjustments and getting my deep tissue massages. And one more thing that I do cold therapy. I do cold therapy when I've had issues that have lingered for too long. And of course, I get a lot of issues, a lot of injuries with running, but my injuries don't last long. But I get cold therapy because that helps with healing. So, you have to get into this chamber, and you're in there for like about 5 minutes or something. So you get that burst of cold air throughout your entire body. And believe it or not, you just feel like new money when you come out of cold therapy. So those are some things that I do on the regular to help me to stay in this exercise game, things that I do on the regular to help me to maintain good health, and good movement equals good health. And so, and the things that I take, the supplements and the vitamins and the way that I eat, because it's all one big circle, ladies, one big circle. One feeds off of the other. And when something is out of sync or something is out of alignment, it has a tendency to affect other things. So if I don't stay healthy by going get my adjustments, my cold therapy, my deep tissue massages, doing my yoga, if I don't stay healthy, I'm not able to perform or exercise at the level that my body is used to performing. So if I don't exercise, I don't keep my weight in check. If I don't exercise, I don't keep my bad cholesterol down, because that's the thing that is my Achilles heel, is high cholesterol that I inherited. But my doctor says as long as I can keep my good numbers good and my bad numbers high, you want to keep the bad numbers, want to keep the bad numbers low and keep the good numbers high. That's what I work on. And regular, consistent exercise helps me with my bad numbers with my cholesterol, and also helps me with my good numbers. So that's why I think I'm always exercising, because I'm outrunning that whole cholesterol thing that's going on. And also what I eat affects how well I work out, how well I sleep affects how much energy I have. So you see how it all goes into one big circle. So one thing feeds off of the other. And of course, water, water, water. I drink more than half of my body weight in water, because I find that I lose a lot of water, like just standing here. Water is just like sweat is running down my back. So, coaches always say drink half your body weight in water, but you have to also bring into you also have to realize how much you're sweating. Some people can sweat like me. I have no problem sweating. Some people are don't sweat a lot. Or if you are exercising a lot, you need to put that water back into your body. So you have to account for that, not just half of your body weight in water, but how much you're exercising, how much you're sweating, and normally all of those come into effect when you're trying to up that water intake. So don't be afraid to add something to that water if you need it, but definitely try to get it in. Go for it if you've been cleared with your doctor. And that's another thing. Try to find a doctor that works well with you, because my doctor works well with me. He's more of a holistic doctor. We always try to go for things that I can do within my control: exercise, nutrition. We try to go for those things first instead of just going for meds. So find your doctor that is just not just pushing meds at you for every little thing. You want to sit down and talk to your doctor and have a conversation, because it is your health that's on the line, and you want somebody that's going to work with you with the best thing for your body, because we know a lot of medications have a lot of side effects. So they cause other things to go wrong. So be aware of that. If you have to do meds, you have to do meds. Make sure you're taking them as the doctor prescribed, but make sure you try to get you a doctor that's more in tune with the times, doctors that can recommend things, or doctors that are open to discussing things with you. Because like I said, when I heard about the magnesium, I discussed it with my doctor. When I heard about the chondroitin and glycosamine, I discussed it with my doctor. My doctor was like, sure, if that's going to help you, let's do that. So that's the kind of doctor that you want to have, or medical professional that you want to have in your corner, that's not going to shun you away from doing the little things, the simple things that can definitely help you to improve your life, improve your health. And in the process, if you do those things, guys, the weight will come. The weight will come if that's what you concentrate on: better nutrition, moving more, getting some good sleep, limiting what you're putting in your body. The weight loss will be a byproduct of working on better health. So that's all I wanted to say today. That's all I wanted to put out there into the universe, since I've never really showed you guys what I take, what I do, and what I eat behind the scenes. So those are the things that help me. Go back and watch this, share it with your friends, and don't forget to join my ladies in my Facebook group, where we do a live Fit in 15 every Monday morning, and it stays in the Facebook group, and you can go back and you can do that 15-minute workout whenever it's convenient for you. You don't have to be on there at 7 o'clock in the morning on a Monday, but I figure that's the best way to kick off a week. We're going to start it off with 15 minutes, and it's different levels. We do modifications, we do stretching, we do weights, we do cardio. So we do a little bit of everything. So come on over and join the Royalty Fitness family, and join the Facebook group. Or if you're hearing this video and you're not a female over 40, definitely share it with the ladies in your life, your coworkers, your mom, your sister, your girlfriend, and let them come over and experience what we're doing over at Royalty Fitness. So that's it, ladies. You go out and you have a wonderful day. And remember, it's all about what you eat, what you take, and what you do. All right, let's follow that lead, and y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.